Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Awang Rahafizi bin Awang Zakaria. My metric number is AA200204. Okay, right now I will do a lab activity one. I do this simulate as the given in the lab sheet. At first, we have step, sum, transfer function, and scope. After we set up like this, we change the stop time to 2, and the step we change the step time to 0, and then sum we change from plus plus to plus minus. For the transfer function, we change the denominator to 1, 10, and 20. After that, after we done the setup and we run, after it finish run, we open the scope. Okay, this is our step response. So if you want to do it in the command window, firstly we type since as enter, and then G equal to TF, open bracket, insert our transfer function 1, comma 1, 10, 20, and then we close the bracket, enter. Then we insert is T equal to script type, open bracket G, over 1, close the bracket, and we enter. After that, we type T equal to 0, double dot, 0.01, double dot, 2, and semicolon. Okay, last one is that open bracket T, comma T, and then we close the bracket, and then we enter. It will pop up this step response. Okay, that's all for the lab activity one. Okay, for the lab activity two, we use the same model, but we add a PID controller. All the setup are same, but the PID controller we set up to the proportional we change to 10. After that we run, and then we open the scope and pop up this step response. So in this lab activity 2, we want to change the PID controller to 300. So we change, and then we apply. So that we run, and then we open the scope, and then this is the step response for this 300 PID. So next one, for the command window, firstly for the 10 PID, we type G2 equal to TF, and then insert our transfer function, and then we enter. We type G1 equal to PID in bracket 10 because our PID is 10. After that, we type G equal to G1 times G2, and then we type T equal to feedback bracket G comma 1, and then last one we type step bracket T comma T, close the bracket, and then we enter. Okay, this is our step response. And then for the 300 PID, use the same command window. Start G2. To TF. Bracket 1, comma 1, 10, and 20. And close the bracket. Enter. Okay, this one we type G1 equal to PID, open bracket, we type 300 because our PID is 300. Then we enter. Okay, next G equal to G1 times G2, Okay, next, T equal to feedback bracket G comma 1. And lastly, we type step bracket T comma T. Then we enter. And this is step response for the PID 300. Okay, that's all for the lab activity 2. Okay, I will continue for the lab activity 3. Okay, for the lab activity 3, we use the same setup, same as the lab activity 2. But the one thing we must change is PID, because we went in the lab activity 3, we change the KP 300s and KD 10. So we open the PID, and then we change the proportional to 300s, and the derivative is to 10, and then we apply. After we done apply, and then we run. Okay, after that we open the scope and we pop up the graph. Okay, this is the graph for this lab activity 3. So we will continue for the common window. For the common window, firstly we type G2 equal to TF, and we insert our transfer function 1, 10, and 20. After that we enter. Next, we type the G1 equal to PID, the 300, 10, 0 and 10. We insert the KP and KD, and then we enter. Okay, next, G equal to G1 times G2. Okay, next, T equal to feedback bracket G comma 1 and close the bracket, enter. And lastly, we type step open bracket T comma T and then enter. And okay, this is our step response for the lab activity 3. Okay, that's all from me. I will pass it to my friend. Thank you.
Hello everyone and Assalamualaikum. My name is Aziz Azir bin Faizli. So today I will be going to do my part of lab 3 of control system. My part is lab activity 4 and lab activity 5. So without further ado, let's go. So first we put here. So this is my part first, which is lab activity 4. So first thing first we need to do is type this, and then we need to declare the value of G1. So G1 equals to PID, open the bracket, and state the value of KP and KI. So KP is 300, KI is 300, and the KD is not setted, so we're gonna put 0 and put a semicolon. And we're gonna do the same thing for G2 equals to transfer function, because that block is a transfer function. We're gonna first put the numerator, which is 1, and then put a comma here, and then we're gonna put the denominator, which is 1, 10 and 20. I'm gonna close the bracket and then put a semicolon. Then we're gonna need to combine both blocks by multiplication, because the blocks sit right next to each other. So how to do that is simple. We need to do G equals to G1 times G2. So this is the value of both blocks combined. Then we're gonna combine the blocks with the value down here. So the value is not stated, so we're gonna assume that is H1. So how to do that is simple. We're gonna put T equals to feedback, and we're gonna put the bracket here. We're gonna type the value of G and value of 1. So that is the value of all of this. Then we're gonna set the time. Time equals to 0, 0.01, and then 2. And then we're gonna step T and T. So that is the value of this block. So that lab activity 4 is done. Then we're gonna move on to lab activity 5. So we're gonna clear this. So we're gonna do the same thing again, which is S, and then G1 equals to PID, and then declare the value of the block. So the KP is 300, the KI is also 300, and the KD is 10. So that's for the first block. Now moving on to G2. G2 is also a transfer function. I'm gonna put TF. So we put the numerator first, like usual, and then the denominator, which is 1, 10, and 20. Close it. So then we're gonna need to multiply it like lab activity 4 because the block is right next to each other. So G equals to G1 times G2. So that is the value of the both blocks combined. Then we need to do the same thing, which is to divide it with the value down here. T equals to feedback, open a bracket, G and 1. Oh, sorry, G and 1. So that is the value of the transfer function for lab activity 5. And then we're gonna set up the time, which is T equals to 0, and then 0.01, and then 2. Okay, lastly, we're gonna type step T and T. So, and here is the graph for lab activity 5. So that is all from me. I hope this is entertaining for you to watch, and thank you.